So there are a lot of very interesting design choices with autopilot early on. First is showing on the instrument cluster or in the Model 3 on the center stack display what the combined sensor suite sees. What was the thinking behind that choice? Was there debate? What was the process?
The whole point of the display is to provide a health check on the vehicle's perception of reality. So the vehicle's taking in information from a bunch of sensors, primarily cameras, but also radar and ultrasonics, GPS, and so forth. And then that information is then rendered into vector space, and that with a bunch of objects with properties like lane lines and traffic lights and other cars, and then in vector space that is re-rendered onto a display, so you can confirm whether the car knows what's going on or not by looking out the window.
Right. I think that's an extremely powerful thing for people to get an understanding, so to become one with the system and understanding what the system is capable of. Mm-hmm. Now, have you considered showing more? So if we look at the computer vision, like road segmentation, lane detection, vehicle detection, object detection underlying the system, there is at the edges some uncertainty. Have you considered revealing the parts that the uncertainty in the system, the sort of
probabilities associated with say image recognition or something like that?
Yeah. So right now it shows like the vehicles in the vicinity, a very clean, crisp image, and people do confirm that there's a car in front of me, and the system sees there's a car in front of me. But to help people build an intuition of what computer vision is by showing some of the uncertainty.
Well, I think it's in my car. I always look at the sort of the debug view, and there's two debug views. One is augmented vision, which I'm sure you've seen, where it's basically we draw boxes and labels around objects that are recognized, and then there's what we call the visualizer, which is basically a vector space representation summing up the input from all sensors. That does not show any pictures, but it shows all of the. It basically shows the car's view of the world in vector space. But I think this is very difficult for normal people to understand. They would not know what the heck they're looking at.
So it's almost an HMI challenge to the current things that are being displayed is optimized for the general public understanding of what the system is capable of.
It's like if you have no idea how computer vision works or anything, you can still look at the screen and see if the car knows what's going on. And then if you're a development engineer, or if you have the development build like I do, then you can see all the debug information. But those would just be like total gibberish to most people.